Hello, everybody. This is Oski. Brand new Fortnite Star Wars season just released, and that means we got a brand new Battle Pass. I'm going to be giving my reaction on the Star Wars Battle Pass, and just kind of looking at it with you guys and letting you know what I think. So let's get this thing started right off the bat. First of all, we have Apprentice Eevee, which I think is a decent skin. She got a lot of styles. You can take her glasses off, you can put a hood up, and then she obviously has the alternate Sith style. So I think it's a pretty decent skin. I'm not the biggest fan of the design from the back because it's kind of just a cloak. But that's what like a lot of the Jedi designs are. So that's why, in my opinion, they don't make that good of skins. But I mean, I don't know. It's fine. And I definitely prefer her Sith style though, because I like the mask. And of course, we did not get lightsaber pickaxes, at least not so far that I know about. She has these like electric stick things. I think they look kind of cool. They're really big. They're really big for dualies, to be honest. I don't know how it's going to play in game, but we'll see. All right, now we got Feel the Force emote. She's going to float around on a rock. Okay. That's all right, I guess. Now we got this loading screen, which looks great. Always love the loading screens. They've got great artists working on those. A wrap, I don't really care about that. Back bling is a reference to original back bling, like of two pistols. So now they're Star Wars blasters. I think it looks fine. And here's the Sith style, which I like a lot more. Those glasses are atrocious, though. I'd definitely take those off. But yeah, this style looks a little bit better, in my opinion. And these pickaxes look kind of clean and red. V-Bucks, another loading screen. Love that art style. It looks like a watercolor for Palpatine there. I think it might be. Red style with back bling. Training remote trail. Yeah, these are those things that Luke fights in A New Hope or whatever in the Millennium Falcon. It's all right. And then here's that Sith style. So yeah, she is hooded down. I like the style with her hood up the best, and then mask on and no glasses, I think, would be the coolest. Poe Dameron. Yes, dude. Finally, an X-Wing glider. I think we've had that before, actually, but this is his X-Wing. So I personally don't have an X-Wing glider, so that's why I'm excited for that. Little Resistance Bomber emote. This is pretty cool, I guess. Yeah. Let's see what it looks like in Lego. Huh. All right, and then a bunch of X-Wings as his contra. It's kind of cool how he's the one leading it with his X-Wing there, the orange and black one. That's cool. Here's his wrap. I actually kind of like this Poe skin. Some decent art there. Yeah, I kind of like it. I've always wanted them to add a pilot outfit. It's very, classic Star Wars, very nostalgic. So this is pretty cool. I hope they add a Luke pilot outfit, though. Or just a style, that'd be nice. This pickaxe kind of sucks, in my opinion. Yeah. And then the back bling is a little unoriginal, but it's fine, I guess. Sticker. I think that's a cool sticker, to be honest. More loading screens. This one's all right. Then we got Resistance Poe. I'll definitely be using the pilot one a little bit more. I just think this design's a little bit boring. It's just a dude in some pants and a shirt. But, it is what it is, and it does look like Oscar Isaac, so I respect that. Somehow Palpatine returned. Mini dogfight. Okay, this emote's kind of cool. I like that. And she destroys him with her hand. Okay. You know what? Fair enough. Ugly Odd Glider. I don't know why, but I feel like the Wookiee color's off. It looks like diarrhea brown instead of it's like diarrhea green instead of brown. I don't think Chewbacca looks like that. Look at that. Why is it so green? I don't think it's supposed to look like that. Whatever. That pickaxe sucks, by the way, in my opinion. It's huge, and it kind of looks just like a reskin. I'm sure it is a reskin of a pickaxe starting in the game. Afu-chan, this is my favorite Fortnite artist. I love his art style. Yeah, this one looks cool. Minus the ugly Wookiee team leader in there. There's a song. I won't play that whole thing, but that's pretty cool. And then here's the skin. Yeah, too green. Just ugly in general. That face is terrifying. I don't like the skin. Back bling being just a reskin C-3PO one, it's okay with Metal Team Leader. It's kind of clever, I guess. And then I do appreciate that this this hand is closed now in a fist because it's like the war style of the Wookiee, so that's kind of cool. More art. This looks like off of Chon's style, but it's not. It's by Joe Hogan. That's fine. Banner. Okay, then here's like the Kashyyyk warrior Wookiee style. This is even uglier. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Now we got Force Lightning for Palpatine. I think Force Lightning as a concept for an emote had a lot of potential, but I don't know why he's zapping the ground. In my opinion, that is a kind of really lame, actually. Like, why couldn't they just have him zap forward and like really go all out with the effects there? I don't know. Imperial Shuttle Dive. All the Star Wars controls are kind of the same. They're just like some form of ship flying down. And then we got the Palpatine's cane. Yes, I remember this for sure. Palpatine's iconic cane. This, I think, is just a recolored Splinter's cane, right? Am I right? If so, that's so lazy. And Fortnite, I swear to God, if you guys don't give us a lightsaber pickaxe in the shop sometime this week to give all these characters, like, it better be like $800 with maybe 1,000, okay, with a bunch of customization, a bunch of preset handles that you can turn into favorite characters, and any color you want. Okay, if we don't see that, I'm going to crash out. A wrap. It's all right. Now, this is a good glider, to be honest. It's this like Senate speaking podium thing that he fights Yoda on. That's pretty cool. And then here's Emperor Palpatine. I actually really do like his Lego because it just reminds me of the Lego Star Wars games. But yeah, he's an okay skin. Like, you're just going to see a guy in a robe from behind, so it's not really that cool. But using the Force Lightning item with him would be really cool. All right, and that's all we got, except for the bonus rewards, which is going to give us... Okay, dude, that's dope, actually. That's actually good. An Order 66 back bling. I love that. That's a good back bling for him. Props to them for that. Poe Hammerin. Okay, that's kind of funny. But also, like, I'm not going to use that. You got thingy. This wrap looks ugly as well. Now here is some art by that same artist that made the Vader loading screen, which is like one of the best loading screens in Fortnite. This also looks phenomenal. Very cool art style. I like that a lot. And then we have a Chancellor Palpatine style, which I wonder if he should have a... Yeah, I guess, I don't know. This is fine. You know what? I wasn't expecting them to do like the young Palpatine. This is a good replacement. It's different. Like, it's a completely different design for the outfit and a different color. Yeah, I don't hate this. I think this is cool. I don't remember when he had this look though. Okay, so there's more bonus rewards, but they're locked for now. I wonder what that's going to be. Interesting. Maybe those are like lightsabers. I've also seen some theories that Grievous's rewards is going to be like his collection of lightsabers, and they're all like different characters' lightsabers, and maybe like a customizable one at the end. I think that would be too good of an idea for Fortnite. I don't think they thought of that. But yeah, so here's General Grievous. I guarantee his like bike thing he flies on in the or he rides on, his like speeder circular bike thing is going to be his glider, and it's going to be somewhere in these rewards. But anyway, Grievous is the secret skin, which means we can't get him until May 15th, which I'm super upset about because I'm going to Japan on May 16th. So maybe that, May 15th, I can get him quickly, but I think he looks great. I think he looks the best out of the whole pass. I do wish they had a style where his cape was a bit bigger and it went over his shoulders, kind of like it does in the movies. I can see that they made it smaller to account for people complaining about huge capes. Or maybe he also has this look. I'm not quite for sure. But Grievous is one of my favorite designed characters in Star Wars, so I'm really excited to get him. And I just pray, man, they need to give us lightsabers a pickaxe. That's the most disappointing thing so far. But that was my Battle Pass reaction. I think it's an okay Battle Pass. It's really ruined by the Wookiee team leader being included. And, I mean, like, Poe Dameron, not that many people care about him. Emperor Palpatine is cool, but his design's kind of boring. And then the Eevee skin is okay, in my opinion. Grievous is really what I enjoyed in this pass, and it's about the only thing I enjoy. So, yeah, I don't know. It's underwhelming, and I'm going to play some of this season, and I'll get a gameplay video out to you guys where I kind of talk about what I think. But yeah, make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.